The nasal cavity has a roof, it has a floor, it has medial wall, and it has a lateral wall. So this is the lateral wall of the nasal cavity. The roof is curved and narrow except at its posterior end. So this posterior end is not curved and narrow. As we can see, it is quite broad. So the roof of the nasal cavity is divided into three parts: the frontonasal part, the ethmoidal part, and the sphenoidal part. The frontonasal part is formed by the frontal bone and the nasal bone. The ethmoidal part is made up of the ethmoidal bone, and the sphenoidal part is made by the sphenoid bone. Boundaries of the nasal cavity. The floor of the nasal cavity is wider than the roof. So this is the floor. This floor is wider than the roof, and it is formed by the palatine process of the maxilla. So this is the palatine process of the maxilla and the horizontal plates of the palatine bone. So there are two palatine bones which make up the horizontal plates of the two palatine bones make up the lateral wall of the nasal cavity, rather the floor of the lateral wall of nasal cavity, and the palatine process of the right and the left maxilla, they make up the floor of the nasal cavity. The medial wall of the nasal cavity is formed by the nasal septum, and the nasal septum is made up of the septal cartilage, the ethmoid bone, and the vomer bone. The lateral walls of the nasal cavity are irregular because of the presence of three bony plates which are known as conchae. Conchae are called so because they look like windows. So this is the superior concha, middle concha, inferior concha. So there are total three conchas in the lateral wall of the nose. Features of the nasal cavity. The superior, middle, and inferior nasal conchae, they curve inferomedially, hanging like short curtains. The conchae or the shells or turbinates, they are highly convoluted, scroll-like structures that offer a vast surface area for heat exchange. Each nasal conch with surrounding structures, they form a rhesus or a meatus. Rhesus is a gap. So such recesses or meatus are there present under each of the superior, middle, and inferior conchae. The nasal cavity is divided into 5 passages or 5 recesses. The first is the sphenoethmoidal recess, which is present supero-posteriorly. So this is the sphenopalatine recess. We have 3 laterally located nasal meatus. They are the superior meatus, middle meatus, and the inferior meatus. And there is also a common nasal meatus into which the 4 lateral passages, that is the superior, middle, inferior, and the sphenopalatine recesses, they all open. So this is the superior concha, and here is the superior meatus present. This is the superior concha and this is the superior meatus. This is the middle meatus and this is the middle concha and this is the middle meatus. This is the inferior concha and this is the inferior meatus. And this part is the common nasal meatus where all these meatuses, they open. The inferior concha is the longest. This is the inferior concha. It is the longest and broadest amongst all the conchae, and it is formed by an independent bone. It is covered by a mucous membrane that contains large vascular spaces that can enlarge to control the caliber of the nasal cavity. When it is infected or irritated, the mucosa may swell rapidly, blocking the nasal passages on that side. Features of the nasal cavity. The sphenoethmoidal recess, which lies superior posterior to the superior concha, it receives the opening of the sphenoidal sinus. The superior meatus is a narrow passage between the superior and the middle concha into which the posterior ethmoidal sinuses open by one or more orifices. The middle nasal meatus is longer and deeper than the superior one. The anterosuperior part of this passage leads into a funnel-shaped opening which is known as the ethmoidal infundibulum, through which it communicates with the frontal sinus. So this is the infundibulum, which is the opening of the frontonasal duct, and this drains the frontal sinus and the anterior ethmoidal cells. So this is a part of the nasal meatus. The nasal meatus is longer and deeper than the superior meatus, and the anterosuperior part of the nasal meatus leads to the ethmoidal infundibulum. This ethmoidal infundibulum communicates with the frontal sinus. The superior meatus communicates with the ethmoidal sinus, and the middle meatus communicates with the frontal sinus. Hiatus semilunaris, or the semilunar hiatus, is a semicircular groove. This is the hiatus semilunaris. It is a semicircular groove into which the frontal sinus opens. The ethmoidal bulla is a rounded elevation which is located superior to the hiatus, and it is visible when the middle concha is removed. The bulla is formed by middle ethmoidal cells that form the ethmoidal sinuses. The inferior nasal meatus is a horizontal passage inferolateral to the inferior nasal concha. The nasolacrimal duct, which drains tears from the lacrimal sac, opens into the anterior part of the meatus. So this inferior meatus drains the nasolacrimal sac or the nasolacrimal duct. Inferior meatus drains the lacrimal duct. The middle meatus drains the frontal sinus, and the superior meatus drains the ethmoidal sinus.